Chapter 27. As he expected, Mr. White found himself on the bridge of an old-style time capsule. There was the reassuring, ever-present humming in the background, the slate-gray, dull metallic chrome, and steel colors all reflected against the white roundels on the wall of the interior of this TARDIS, to give an antiseptic, almost surgical cleanliness. The older a thing was, the newer it tried to appear to be. He shook his head at the very, very antique Gallifreyan theme of the ancient temporal vehicle. So, I hope you two... He quickly realized that his future Time Lord selves were absolutely nowhere to be found. Strange. Hadn't expected that. However, well, at the very least, Mr. White figured he could change the visual layout of the place, make it more user-friendly. Oh, I bet this old rust bucket has the leopard print. As the temporal engineer switched a glass dial, there was a flash of luminous energy. He rubbed his horrendously tired eyes and peered about, hoping he hadn't inadvertently activated some antiquated counter-defense measures. Didn't see anything. Good. Didn't hear anything going wrong in the ridiculously far-off, planet-sized engines. Better. No cloister bell? Best. Right. So where was I? The alien in a perfect white uniform asked no one in particular, as he began sliding his hands in a blur around the multi-sided console. Temporal wave arc reverberation. He was almost whispering to himself. So there's a crack in time between 1955 and 1991. He thought he heard the word halt, but it couldn't have been. He was there, by himself. Mr. White's dark eyes scanned a readout screen. Wait. He bumped his knee on something big and bulky and box-like under the console. So this time capsule is actually, what, stuck? I guess stuck's a word I could use. Between 1955 and 1991. He thought he heard the word halt again, this time a bit more forceful, if still shrill and far off. The alien crossed his arms, moving in a circle around the dials. He bumped into yet another weird metallic box thing under the console. Or was it the same one? Was it following him? He waved the thought away, choosing instead to focus on the cracked temporal vortex singularity issue. That was the real, serious problem at hand. That and the horrible decor. But why are you trapped in only 1955 or 1991? Those are only two available time periods. I don't... The brilliant flash of yet more unexplained luminescence ended in a halt, strained out by a fairly high-pitched metallic voice, much closer this time. There was a loud crackle and a hiss as a laser blast left a smoking, blackened char on the wall in front of the time traveler's face. Mr. White finally diverted his attention to the knee-high robotic dog which had been following him around in laps under the control console for the better part of 5 minutes. The alien put up his hands. Hello, good boy. I'm sure I've probably got some treats in here. He began to fumble in his pristine white trench coat, but the robotic sentry fired another warning blast. Okay then, let's talk. Unkapes Ilanekorikves Traveler. I'm a temporal engineer. I'm here to help. He held up the psychic paper, which had been thrust into his pocket earlier, having no idea if it would do anything besides get him shot. You are? The metal animal slid backward. I am Emergency Temporal Shift Hostile Active Defense System. Tell you what, I'm no threat. Call me Mr. White. He put his hands down to his sides. You are? The robot dog lowered its laser. Slightly. K9. Oh, well, Mr. White tried to grin. That's original.